What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Post-Gazette Pirates YouTube channel and podcast network presented by FanDuel. It is Monday, so it's time to talk some minor league baseball. Final time of the season where we will be talking some minor league baseball, talking farm report here on this channel as the minor league season has concluded. So for today's show, I'm going to be listing my top 5 performances this season by Pirates prospects. Not necessarily going to list them as far as guys who I think can help the team next year, guys who are the highest rated prospects, but just 5 guys who I think had the best overall seasons in the Pirates farm system. Before we get into that, I want to remind everyone to check out all of my work and all of our work at post-gazette.com. Get yourself a digital subscription if you don't have one already, and check out our print product. We print on Thursdays and Sundays. So minor league season is in the books. Like I said, I've got 5 prospects who I want to highlight here, guys who I think have all had really, really good seasons. And I'll talk a little bit about what they achieved this year and, maybe when we could see them, hypothetically, in the big leagues. And we'll start off with a right-handed relief pitcher, Brandan Bidois. I believe that's how I say his last name. I apologize if I mispronounced it, but Brandan Bidois is a right-handed reliever. I think probably one of the more interesting stories that took place in the Pirates organization this year. A guy who is 24 years old. He's a right-hander. He started the season in High A Greensboro. He ended it in Triple A, one level beneath the major leagues. He got his call up to AAA on August 19th. I think he pitched a game in AAA last year. But if you look at his numbers, I mean, this wasn't a very good pitcher in the minor leagues. He's not on any top 30 prospect lists. He's not a former high pick. Guy's from Australia. So a very unique background. So how did he make it onto this list? Well, he was nothing short of dominant in 2025. He pitched in 40 games. He logged 61 total innings. He posted an 8-0 record with an 0.74 earned run average. He struck out 69 batters over 61 innings of work and had a .80 whip. So just insane numbers from this guy. Like I said, started the year in High A, finished the year in AAA. And the thing that's most impressive with him, from July 29th all the way until September 14th, he did not allow a hit. He had 18 straight hitless innings pitched on the mound, all of them as relief. None of the appearances were longer than 2 innings, so 6 outs. But it was 11 appearances total, 64 batters before allowing a hit. So a really impressive season by him. Again, a guy who is not on any top 30 prospect lists. I don't anticipate that changing. I still think, though, he could be in the mix for a big league spot at some point next year. Don't expect him to be a guy who could make the club out of camp. I think a lot of things would have to go wrong in order for that to happen. But you look, we've seen other players who had successful minor league campaigns last year. Like Isaac Mattson started in Double-A after being an independent ball the year prior, worked his way up to Triple-A, got a cup of coffee in the major leagues at the end of last season. Well, he built off of that, and he started in Triple-A last year. He threw the ball well, got to the major leagues in the front half of the season, and ended up being one of their best relief pitchers in 2025. So could Bidois be the next guy to do this? Maybe. Keep an eye on him. Like I said, still a long shot, but had a very, very impressive season. Number 4 on my list is Esmer Valdez, someone that Pirate fans should be more than familiar with by now. Pipeline rates him as, I believe, the Pirates' number 15 prospect in the organization. He had a really good year. I mean, it started off in Greensboro. He hit 20-plus home runs, I believe. 21 home runs in like 71 games or something like that in Greensboro, earning him a promotion to Double-A Altoona. Also earned him a nod in the MLB All-Star Futures game, which I covered him in Atlanta this year. The bat is intriguing. He didn't hit as well in Altoona after he got promoted to Double-A, got that promotion on July 1st. Had it like a 772, I believe, OPS in Altoona from July on, which is a step down, obviously, from what he was doing in High A. But from the conversations I've had, people still think the bat is legit. I mean, overall this year, he hit 26 home runs. But like I said, I think 20 of them were in High A. It was 20 or 21. I think he only had 6 in Altoona. So yeah, that would mean he hit 20 in Greensboro. But the bat still looks decent. The questions with Esmer Valdez moving forward, though, are, I mean, one, where do you play him in the field? The arm seems to be decent, but the fielding is a little bit of a concern. It's probably going to need a lot more development, be it at first base or right field. I think he's probably more likely a corner outfielder, although first base could be in his future as well. And two, just can he continue to sustain this? I mean, you look at the jump he made this year. He went from being kind of forgotten about or an afterthought to now at 21 years old, he's a top 15 prospect in this org. And he could be someone that maybe if he replicates what he did in the first half of this year, again, next year, if he starts in AA, gets him up to AAA at 22, maybe he could be something legit. I still think there's a lot more to prove there, but he did have a very good year, especially in the first half. I've got 3 more, but before we get into them, I want to play a couple of advertisements. First one is from Greenewalt Roofing.
Hey, Pittsburgh. When you think of great roofs, you think Greenewalt Roofing Company. With over 20 years experience, Greenewalt knows your roof is your home's first line of defense from rain, wind, snow, and ice. That's why Greenewalt Roofing's standard for perfection is so important. You can trust that their team of experienced installers will treat your property like it's their own. When it comes to roof replacements, Greenewalt Roofing is Pittsburgh's only choice. Visit greenewaltroofing.com today or call 412-314-8882 to schedule your free estimate. PA contractor number 36262.
Big thanks to Greenewalt Roofing. Want to remind everyone as well that this show is a presenting sponsor for it is ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter, I should say. Are you having trouble finding the right people to hire? Tired of sorting through endless resumes? Well, the future of hiring looks much brighter because ZipRecruiter's latest tools and features help speed up finding the right people for your roles. So you save valuable time. And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/audio. With ZipRecruiter's new advances, you can easily find and contact with qualified candidates in minutes. See a candidate you really like and are interested in? You can unlock their contact info instantly. Use ZipRecruiter and save time hiring. 4 out of every 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And if you go to ZipRecruiter.com/audio right now, you can try it for free. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/audio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And one final ad here, FanDuel. Want to remind everyone this show is presented by FanDuel. Take a look at the odds. Postseason baseball, not far away, 1 week away from playoff baseball. Looking at the World Series odds right now, I like the Padres to win the World Series, plus 1,400. So big thanks to all of our shows presenting sponsors. We get back to it now. Top 5 prospects in the Pirate system, top 5 seasons, or top 5 individual seasons by prospects in the Pirate system. We had Brandan Bidois at number 5, Esmerlyn Valdez at number 4, number 3, Edward Florentino. Going to give him a shout out. A guy who, aside when we're talking young hitters, there's one guy who we're going to talk about a little later on, who is maybe a little bit more exciting. But Florentino took a really big leap forward this year as well. He's 6'4", he's 200 pounds, he's 18 years old. He ended the season in low A with Bradenton, but you look at what he did at the low A, or just the low levels of the minor leagues in rookie ball and low A, and he shows potential to be a 5-tool player. This season, over, I believe, 70-plus games, he slashed 290, 400, and 548, hit 16 home runs, drove in 59 runs, stole 35 bases. And like I said, ended the year in low A. MLB Pipeline has him as a top 100 prospect. I believe he's number 97 in baseball, number 4 in the Pirates organization, or number 5, in the Pirates organization. A guy who's still got years and years to go before he reaches the major leagues, but is someone that I think could continue to progress up the charts on these prospect rankings as his career continues going forward. I anticipate him starting next season in High A Greensboro. Number 2 on the list, a guy who, pretty topical, just got his call to the show on Monday, Hunter Barco. Entering this season, there was a lot of chatter about the rotation in Indianapolis. Bubba Chandler, Thomas Harrington, Braxton Ashcraft, Mike Burrows. Well, Hunter Barco inserted his name in among that group as well. He's a guy who is now a top 100 prospect in baseball. He's in the high 80s. This season started out absolutely dominant with Double-A Altoona through 25 2/3 scoreless innings, set a curve record. And then in early May, his last outing in Altoona earned him a call-up to Triple-A Indianapolis, where he finished out the rest of his season until now. He joins the Pirates for the final week of the regular season. But his minor league stats this season, 27 games, 23 starts. He threw 99 and a third innings, 116 strikeouts, 4-1 record, 281 earned run average overall. He had a sub-4 ERA in Triple-A alone. Pitched out of the bullpen toward the tail end of his Triple-A season. I would imagine that's where we see him this week in the majors as well. But next year, I think this is a guy who will be utilized very similar to how we saw Braxton Ashcraft deployed, or even Bubba Chandler. I think he'll come up in a bulk relief role. I think they'll probably slowly build him up in spring training next year. And then they'll use him as a starter in AAA, but won't let his pitch count or innings limit get too high. And then by midseason, we see him join the team in the major leagues, pitching out of a long relief role until they need a starter. And I think that he has a spot in this rotation in the future simply because he's left-handed and they don't have a lot of left-handed pitchers. And he has a high ceiling. This is a guy who can be pretty good, I think. I don't know if he has, Bubba Chandler potential, certainly not Paul Skeens potential. But I think he can be just as good as we saw Ashcraft and Burrows look this year. So, and adding a left-handed complement to that should be exciting. So, number one on the list, I'll let you all take a wild guess as to who had the best minor league season out of any Pirates prospect. It was, of course, Konnor Griffin, number one prospect in all of baseball, let alone the Pirates organization, drafted 9th overall last year by the Pirates. This guy just absolutely burst onto the scene. We've talked about him, it seems like, every week this year, and deservedly so. His 2025 stats, final /333, 415, 527. He hit 21 home runs, stole 65 bases, drove home 94 runs. A true five-tool player. I mean, there's a reason this guy is ranked the number one prospect in baseball. He really does it all. He's the Pirates shortstop of the future. And like I've said many times on this channel, I think he's a big leaguer by midseason at the latest next year. So those are my 5 top performances, season-long performances by Pirates minor leaguers this year. Let me know if I missed anyone. Let me know if I overlooked anyone. Comment below if you think I should have had someone else on this list. Thank you to everyone, as always, who tuned in, especially for this season as we round up the season. Thanks to everyone who was an active viewer, listener, consumer in year one of this YouTube channel. I'm Noah Hiles. Check out all of my work at post-gazette.com. And keep tuning in to this channel where we will have you covered all days moving forward on all things Pittsburgh Pirates.
Thank you for checking out this content from Post-Gazette Sports. If you watch this video on YouTube, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. For all of the sports coverage the Post-Gazette has to offer, visit post-gazette.com.